Hello and welcome back. This is Joanna the Medium. I'm also an intuitive coach. Welcome to your July 2017 readings. As always, thank you so much for watching, for sharing, and for liking. If you would like a private session with me just to see how life goes on with you or what you would like to have clarity on, I have included that information down below for you. Also, I will be away for a big part of July, which means August readings will be either late or I will do them halfway through August, but I will also include September. I may also do a quick mid-month August, these readings will be much shorter. So I will have to see what I do, but I'm already saying to you, just so you know, they won't be posted August 1st because I just won't be able to. There's just not enough time for me to do all of it. Also, 6-month readings from July until December will be posted on Vimeo in the next couple of weeks, and I will probably post a video on that once it's ready. I just want to say July seems to be a fantastic month for most of the signs. Actually, there's nothing here that I can remember that's negative. It seems to be a pretty good energy. A lot of transformations, a lot of transitions, but these are all fantastic energies. I have tried to make the readings shorter because I do realize many of you don't have time to listen to me for 35 minutes. And they just did not go as planned. So most of them are over 30 minutes. I do apologize for that. I will do my best to keep them shorter because not only is the recording of them tremendously time consuming, but it also takes a lot longer to download. So I will keep them a little bit shorter while still being able to give you as much information as I can. Also, is there anything else? I feel that's it. Of course, always thank you so much for watching and for liking or subscribing. Please comment if you would like to, as to how this affects you, and always listen to your other signs, your moon sign and your rising sign, as well as your sun sign, because oftentimes these signs will give you much more clarity with regards to what goes on with you. And I think that's all I have left. I'm supposed to say good luck to somebody, but good luck to everybody. Good luck to all of us. And without further ado, let's get started on July readings. I hope you enjoy them. Have a wonderful month. Take care. Hello, beautiful Cancers. This is going to be your reading for the month of July. It seems that each reading I do for the month of July seems to come out a little bit different. I'm using different decks, sometimes 2 different decks. In your particular reading, I was asking for the overall energy card, and I was told, no, there's going to be no card. I'm just going to receive a message, and then have the 3 different elements for relationship, career, and health. So when I was meditating on the sign of Cancer for the month of July, I kept seeing, first of all, I kept seeing the number 17. So for those of you who connect with the number 1 or 7 or the number 17, for some reason that's being shown to me, perhaps this is going to be metaphorically a much more a much deeper message. I'm just going to leave it at that. I kept seeing the image of new beginnings. A lot of the new beginnings have to do with the sense of power, with the sense of empowerment, and with the sense of feeling good about yourself when it comes to yourself, sense of self-security or sense of self-satisfaction within yourself. I also saw that many of you are in a process of rebuilding a brand new foundation. Now, notice I said the word rebuilding because what was shown to me is that in the recent past, you had the tower fall. So that is a metaphor for things having gone sideways, not your way, things having been difficult, things being pulled from you, the proverbial carpet being pulled from underneath you. That has transpired for quite a few of you in the last recent months, the last few months, and you are in the process of rebuilding your future on many levels. A lot of it is to do with relationships, but on many levels. So this is going to be prominent for many of you. I also saw, and I'm reading this because I was writing as I was meditating, I also saw you were getting up or getting back on your own 2 feet, and the vision was shown to me, you being down on your knees and then getting up, dusting yourself off, and not looking back but moving forward fearlessly. So many of you have undergone a lot of difficult experiences in the last several months. For some of you, it could be as far back as last August or a year ago, 2016. But the vision of you standing up on your own 2 feet and dusting yourself off and not giving up pertaining to your future, that is what I was being shown very, very clearly. I also heard the term return home. So maybe some of you are going back home. Maybe you are returning back to your roots or your homeland. The metaphor coming home could be also returning back to basics, returning back to the things that you have previously worked. So the term returning home may be interpreted differently by many of you, and it is to be interpreted differently by many of you. So whatever return home means to you, it could be an actual sense of you returning home or a metaphorical sense of you returning home. That was shown to me very, very clearly. I also kept seeing you needing to take time to rest. A lot of you have, like I said, undergone, I hear the word traumatic experiences, and I hear the word loss. I kept seeing the card of death or the card of transformation, which is also the card of death. So many of you have gone through substantial life changes, some of which some of you have lost a loved one, actually have lost them because they have gone on they have gone to the other phase of their existence or left this world. But that's in the past. Some of you have undergone the metaphorical death, which is also transformation, in the last recent months. For some of you, I'm going back as far as Christmas. You have been dealing with something, and I hear the word traumatic. So for some of you, it's been a few months of difficulties and having to put up with situations that were less than perfect. And when I say less than perfect, that is, I'm being facetious because it's definitely not perfect. So I was seeing that very clearly, and you needing to take the time for yourself in order to recuperate, recharge your batteries, reclaim your power, reorganize your structure, revamp some of your current circumstances, and most of all, to regain confidence in order to move forward to the next step of your journey. A lot of it has to do with you reclaiming your power, whether it is because you have lost your power in the past due to a relationship, work, having lost someone to death, or to having gone, them being removed from your life in some way, shape or form. The reclaiming of power is very significant here. That's circling around this. I also saw brighter outlook going forward. So your future feels and seems to be much brighter than the one you come from. And obviously not for all of you, but for many of you. Many of you are coming out of hiding, and this is the image that I'm being given. So you're coming out of hiding, proverbial coming out of hiding as metaphorical, or you are coming out of an environment where you felt scared, either scared emotionally, mentally, physically, all of the above. You're coming out of hiding, and that's part of the vision of you standing on your own 2 feet again, or getting up on your own 2 feet. I also heard the word conception. A conception as in conceiving. Conception, that word keeps flying for, it keeps circling around. And I saw the card of Empress, which to me is maternity, it's expansion, it is the number 3, it is intuitiveness, but it felt very much about expansion. For some of you, it is about birth, rebirth, as in metaphorical rebirth, or physical birth, becoming pregnant, giving birth, getting pregnant. I think I already said that. And for some of you, it's giving birth to new ideas or new situations in your life. The number 7, which is July, and I believe that's associated with Cancer, keeps coming up over and over again. Emotional security is the word that I hear that will be very dear to you and close to your heart in the month of July and August. I was taken briefly to the month of May. For some of you, somehow this connects to May. But the sense of balance, needing to feel like you matter, and the sense of appreciation for life is what's circling for you in the month of July and the first bit of August. So that seems to be the overall energies. I didn't have a card for it. He asked me not to put a card for it, just to give that information. The number 7 kept coming up, and 17, which I already mentioned. Vision, perseverance, and renewal. Those are the key words for the month of July for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, let's move on to relationships. So far, great energies. The expansion is very, very clear. The number 3, which is also with expansion, but it's also the tarot card number 3, which is Empress. It is fertility. So those of you who are looking to get pregnant, I feel like this would be auspicious time. July and August seems to be an auspicious time for that to happen. Some of you will be giving birth in a month of July and or August. I keep being referred to 2 months, those 2 months. And some of you may be expecting, I hear expect early delivery. So maybe some of you, your due date is in August, but you're actually going to give birth in July. And I see within the 3 weeks of the gestation period, or the 3 weeks of having your due date. I feel like some of you, those of you who are pregnant, and I hear the word girl. So if you have a girl, it's quite possible that she might arrive early. And if you have a boy, it may also be the case, but that's being shown for few of you, certainly not all of you, and not even most of you, but very few of you, but that's being shown to me. I also see the number 25. I don't think that's 25% of you, because that actually would be a very large number, but the 25 somehow is shown to me. So maybe you're 25, maybe your birthday is 25, maybe 25 means something to you. 2 and 5 is incidentally 7. Maybe your due date is on the 25th. I don't know, but the number 25 is being shown to me like flashes and light bulbs going on. So, relationships. I specifically don't talk about romantic relationships only. I bunch it all together. Relationships, whether it's family, friends, work, or significant other, they're all bunched in the same category. You have the card again, number 3. This is partnerships and alliances. It is 3 of Wands. It is the card of, again, of expansion, expanding, looking at new horizons. So when it comes to relationships, I hear the words welcoming new family member or welcoming a new member. Some of you might be getting engaged. Some of you might be getting married. Some of you may actually be getting a brand new baby or pregnant. That's also being shown to me with regards to relationships. I feel like people are coming towards me, and I hear the word wedding. So maybe some of you, for sure, some of you are going to get married in the month of July. I also hear the word opportunities. Some of you will be meeting new people through either work functions or other opportunities, or you will be meeting people through work functions that will give you new opportunities, or through which new opportunities will arise. I also hear the word congratulations. I am being congratulated for something. Again, maybe some of you will be congratulated for becoming a parent or getting pregnant. But I also feel congratulations on, and I'm seeing an engagement ring. Some of you will be getting engaged in the month of July. I keep hearing month of August, so I feel like it's going to, for some of it's going to be July, August-ish. That about 6 months, or sorry, 6 weeks. That seems to be the time frame. Many of you, I'm hearing, are moving on to greener pastures or bigger and better things. Now, because we're talking about relationships, and I have my eyes closed because it's easier for me to see, some of you are moving from current relationship, away from your current relationship, and you are moving on, and as a result, new people will come into your life. So that can be you moving on from love relationships, as in romantic, and for some of you it could be friendships. Some of you are leaving people behind, and it's all relationship related. And some of you, I feel, are moving away, and it is either you're moving away from home, or you're moving away and you're moving back home, or you're moving home or closer to home. But I do see some of you are leaving behind a mate. So that seems to be, I actually don't even want to say the word breakup. I do hear the word separation, but I feel like it's done deal already in July. It's only the physical aspect of that's taking place. The emotional component has taken place quite a while ago already. So it's just like you're finishing up the loose ends, if you will. And he is showing me again the vision of you standing up on your own 2 feet. So perhaps some of you are leaving a relationship that did not allow you to be fully yourself, and you had to hide in some way, shape, or form. And if that's the case, congratulations, because life is too short to live in hiding, and certainly too short to live under somebody else's foot or thumb. I also hear, for some of you, be patient with yourself. You've done all you could. Some of you are beating yourself up over something that is ended or is ending, and feeling like you haven't done enough. I have no idea why the word religion comes in. It completely out of nowhere. Somehow the word religion is coming up, and this feels to me, and this is going to be for very few of you, maybe even just one person. You're leaving home that is very religious based, and the feeling I get is that you were either misunderstood or not understood, and you couldn't fully be yourself. And the message, you have done all you could, and things are the way they are, and you need to move on. So I'm not quite sure how, obviously it's going to be different things for different people, but some of you, when you hear this message, you'll get it right away. And then I also hear it's time to move on. This is most likely those of you who are leaving your hometown in order to look for other opportunities, or to open yourself up to other opportunities. I'm also being given a vision, and whether it's actual vision or whether it's metaphorical, I'm actually hearing the word Amish. So if you are coming from a background that is very where the belief system is very strict and very rigid and very a certain way, you're leaving that environment because you couldn't be yourself. So whether it's Amish, whether it's strict belief system, whether it's so strict that it actually makes you feel like you're suffocating. And by no means am I saying that religion suffocates people. That is not what I'm saying. Whoever you are, you'll understand this. I hear the words, it's time to move on. And he's asking me to move on to the next section. So lots of different scenarios here, but overall, the number 3, which is a number of expansion to me, is being shown. So whether you are expanding because you're moving to new horizons, whether you are expanding because you are getting pregnant, whether you are expanding because you are having new visions and ideas, and you are expanding in the way you see yourself and the world around you, the theme seems to be expansion when it comes to your relationship, and also expanding families. So 2 people coming together obviously expand their families because each one brings their own sets of families, and it makes an expanded family. Now, let's move on to your career and finances. And 2 cards actually came up from a different deck. As I was shuffling, my guide said, no, use a different deck. So I listened. And 2 cards came up. The first card is Page of Pentacles. And the second one is King of Pentacles, or King of Coins. And the way they were laid out to me, and this is money, this is career, this is abundance. Let's say money and career. I feel many of you, he's asking me to show you this card. So King, very strong presence, obviously. Someone who is secure, someone who is very diligent, someone who knows what they're doing. Notice these 2 columns behind him. To me, it signifies this person has built a very strong foundation for himself when it comes to finances, when it comes to money. Having said that, or I'm going to put it differently, the card before that was the 4 of Coins, which is someone who's working very diligently in establishing their foundation, in establishing his or her craft, working very hard, working diligently towards a long-term goal. So, long story short, I feel for most of you, certainly not for all of you, when it comes to career and finances, there seems to be a lot of stability coming in the month of July, and again, month of August. I wonder if he's asking me to do 2 months at the same time. But it is your hard work and your perseverance is starting to pay off. And I hear the word finally. Some of you will be in a position where you will be able to spend more money because you will have it. Some of you have had a dry spell, meaning you didn't have a lot, or you had to save because of something, or you lost your job and the income was not coming as, abundantly as you would want. Whatever struggles you've had when it comes to the financial department, loan, it seems to be over for the most part in the month of July. I also hear and see some of you shaking hands with someone, and this seems to be shaking hands because there is an opportunity being presented to you. I hear the word work. So some of you will be getting into a new place of employment. I'm asking if it's different position. He's not saying this to me, but he's saying a new sense of a new employment, new situation when it comes to employment. Some of you are thinking of selling your business and moving on. That's really interesting. I feel like you're wanting just to let it go and move on to something better, bigger and better. So for those of you who have a business, it could be little business or big business, the image I actually have is a little store. So for some of you, you may actually have a little store that is your own little business, and you're thinking of letting it go, or you're thinking of selling it or subletting it or something of that sort. And the reason for it, I feel, is that it is weighing heavily on you and your wallet. So maybe it is not as what's the word, please? I hear it's not feasible for you to keep it any longer. So, you know, this is not obviously for all of you who own businesses, but I'm seeing someone having a little store or a small business. And if you have a great business, that's great too, but that's the image I'm being given. I also hear there's something better for you. And I hear the word camera. So maybe some of you have a camera store, or you sell cameras, something to do with camera. Maybe you work in a business that deals with cameras. The word camera did come up. Some of you are letting go of your business, and then I'm seeing you on a bicycle, which to me indicates leisure. So you might be retiring, or you might be letting go of your business because it's tying you down. It's too much to handle, and you're looking for bigger and better things, and the business is keeping you kind of stuck in the same spot. If you have a business, it's 24/7 unless you have people who you trust that work for you. So that retirement is what I hear. So some of you will be retiring fairly soon, and you will be letting go of a business. This could be career also. This could be a job, and there seems to be a leisure coming up, or traveling. So whether you're going to be more active outdoors, and which is a sign of bicycle for me, or you are going to travel a lot more, that seems to be coming up. I also, as I was talking, I wrote the word loan, bank loan. I hear some of you will be approved for a loan, or will be getting a loan, or somebody's going to loan you money. Let me just see here. I don't know what it's for. I did hear the word car. So for some of you, you might be applying for a loan. Some of you might be getting money from a family member, or they will lend you money. You will borrow money from a family member in order for you to do what you need to do, because you're short on money, or you're short on the amount, whatever that is. Then I heard the word mortgage assessment. I don't know what a mortgage assessment is. Obviously, it's to do with legalities around mortgage. And some of you may be getting a loan, a pre-approved or approved for mortgage. And I think that's all I have. So nothing huge. Actually, some of it is good. All of it is good, but nothing bad. So that's great. Now, keep in mind, that's for all of you, not for most of you. Now the card, the Department of Health and Well-being. We have the card called the Universe. So number 21, the last card, or the World, which is all about completion, integration, accomplishing, also focus or travel. And because this is to do with health, I feel some of you are coming full circle when it comes to your health, quality of your life and health. Let me just see if I can tune into a bit more. Some of you are regaining your full strength because of an aftermath of something. Either you have gone through something, a long-term illness, or you have gone through surgery. I'm actually hearing the word surgery. Or you have gone through a spell where you didn't feel yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Many of you will be regaining your strength. I'm seeing the number 9. So 9 is 9, and it's also a sign of endings. So for some of you, it feels like a lot of your medical conditions, or those of you who have had medical problems for quite some time that were dragging on, you are getting back to your old self again. For some of you, this is regarding your mental health. Some of you have dealt with severe depression. That's the word that I'm hearing. And you are on the road to recovery. So that is a great sign. Some of you need to be mindful of your thoughts. I mean, all of us need to be mindful of our thoughts, but because this is to do with health, and I actually hear be mindful of your thoughts, and then I heard the word career. So going back here to the component of career and finances, watch your thoughts when it comes to your self-worth, because what you think about and what you fear, you will most likely attract. I mean, that's a basic law of attraction. So going back to the health situation, I'm being asked for you to start thinking more positively about who you are and what you represent. And the reason being is some of you are suffering from some medical conditions because, quote unquote, you've put yourself there. So please don't write to me and say that I'm blaming you for being sick, because that's not what's being said. We're talking energetically speaking. If we constantly complain, if we are constantly in a negative state of mind, if we are constantly in a victimhood mentality, our physical bodies will reflect it eventually with a condition that is physical. So obviously that's not for all of you, but there are some of you who need to hear this when it comes to your thoughts. And then my guide said, be like Mickey Mouse. I'm like, what? Always happy. So of course it's challenging to be always happy, because there are situations in life that are not. But if you keep your frame of mind in a positive direction, everything is going to work out for the better in the end. So interesting message with regards to health. But but I'm just going to leave at that. I feel like most of the messages are regarding relationships and work. And I think that's all I have. That was quick, 29 minutes. I hope this made sense. Of course, this is a general reading. So if you wish to have a private reading, by all means, contact me and I will be more than happy to have a reading with you. I'll be honored. Also, listen to your other signs, because they may offer you more complete picture of what is happening. If you would like to post a comment how this reflects in your life, or how this affects you, or how it resonates with you, I always read them. Thank you so much. And above all, thank you so much for watching, liking, listening, and caring to write to me and say how these are so deeply resonating with you. Thank you so much, as I will always say it, and I will always keep saying it. So I wish you a wonderful, wonderful month of July. Take care of yourself. Take some time for rest and contemplation. And I look forward to seeing you in August. Take care.